Good morning. Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Heather. Together, we are working to connect women in leadership, business to build relationships, empowering each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, mind, soul, and business, sharing the heart and soul of who we are and what we do.
Today's guest has been a longtime friend and colleague. She is beautiful from the inside out and loves to share what she has going on. She's an amazing mom and friend and has a passion for all things affiliate marketing. Welcome back, Angela.
Hi, good morning. Thank you guys for having me.
Okay,
Angela, I'm so glad that you're here with us again today, Angela.
Me too.
So Angela, we have we've had you on the podcast before, but for those listeners that are new to the show, take a couple minutes, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Angela. I am a single mom of two boys. I am a stay-at-home mom and I work from home. I do network marketing for a company called Globally. It's a health and wellness and beauty company. It has all plant-based nutrition, lashes, sunless tanner, just really great products. Since taking them, I've had more energy. I've been on the weight loss products that are helping me. Just putting on lashes every day, you wouldn't think would make such a difference, but I can't believe how much more confidence I feel just having those on alone. Usually no other makeup most of the time. Wake up and good to go for the day. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. And yeah, I'm happy to be here and share more with you guys about it.
Could you lean in and show off those lashes to our viewers? I know that people listening won't be able to see how beautiful and long these are, but so when you wake up, you are looking in the mirror and seeing your beautiful eyes, right?
Yep, I can sleep in them. These ones are actually the magnetic ones that I'm wearing right now, but I've actually been able to sleep in them. I woke up with them on. I didn't take them off, but we also have do-it-yourself extensions. So it's kind of replacing that, going and getting extension fills every 2 weeks for a couple $100, a couple hours of your time. You're doing it yourself. They're staying on for up to 10 days. You can sleep in them, you can shower in them, all the things, and they are great. You don't even know that they're on. I mean, I forget I have any of them on, any of the ones I wear, just because, you don't even feel them. I've never even worn magnetic ones that went on so easily. Usually they have that liner that's just a mess. Ours is not. It's really easy. I can put them on so fast. Even the do-it-yourself ones go on really fast. We have so many people that have never worn lashes in their life and they're putting them on like it's nothing. So it's really pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. So they're super lightweight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can't feel them, right? And I don't like when I put makeup and stuff on and it feels heavy on my face, right? Or it feels sticky or whatever. So tell us a little bit about how they go on and how that feels to you.
So the magnetic ones, have that liner that goes, they have a clear one or a black one, that you just put on your eyelid like you would an eyeliner, just like most magnetic are. Our do-it-yourself ones are, and it kind of has a little bit of a tacky feel, a little bit wet, but you just leave it about 20-30 seconds and you can put the lashes right on, set them in, and then that's it. And they're definitely probably the quickest and easiest of probably all of them. Really good if you're just starting out with lashes in general and just kind of want to feel it out and try it out. We have these ones called Lash Duos, and there are adhesive ones. So you would do the same thing, put the strip on above your lash on your eyelid, and then you just put the strip on and that's just the adhesive. And those look great too. I've loved wearing those as well. They go on just as fast and easy. Our do-it-yourself extensions are probably one of the favorite among many, because it's getting those extensions, that most pay $200 and up for, that spend I didn't even know this either because I've never got them. But they'll spend 2 hours laying there with their eyes closed to get them done and then having to do that every 2 weeks. So this is saving tons of time, tons of money, and that you just put on like mascara, just like you would mascara, wait about 20-30 seconds. There are little small pieces. I should have brought them over to show you, but you just put them on and just they set right on the inside of your lashes.
So for people listening, Angela is touching like the underside of her upper eyelashes. So they go on underneath your eyelashes.
Yes.
So that's a little different than putting the magnetic
Right
one
on top of your lid. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I had looked, it was a couple years ago. Well, it was pre the C word, the other C word. And I was like, I want to try this whole like lash thing, right? Because I had a couple friends that were doing it. I was nervous because I wear glasses. I don't have contacts. And so there is some mascaras, like the higher end ones, where if I put too much on, it's like windshield wipers over my glasses, like up and down, right? I'm just going to see how much it is, And I said, well, how much is it every time you get these things filled? And they never really wanted to tell me. And dang, when I found out how much the appointment was just to get those bad boys on, I'm like, okay, nope, I'm not that bougie, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot of maintenance. Yeah, I mean, and they last just a little bit longer than ours can last anywhere from a week to 10 days. I mean, we had one of the girls on our team wanted to see how long she could wear them and wear them, I think, about 17 days. And she
was like, I didn't get them wet. And I took very good, like
she was very careful washing her face. Yeah, very careful in the shower. So she took very good care of them. So they can last. They can really, be on for quite a while. And there's it takes a little practice, but it's from never doing something like that and not always being super coordinated, especially like with the opposite hand. I mean, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And it's so much easier to maintain. It's so much less expensive. You can customize it exactly how you want. There's 3 different sizes, so you can have it very natural. You can have it, well, you have a natural and full kit, but then we have the different lengths in them as well. So you can customize it to exactly how you want. You can change up your look every single time that you do them and take them on and off.
It's on my to-do list to try these lashes, you guys. Like, because I can see how it could be like a really great confidence booster for myself, right? I also wear glasses. My biggest concern with lashes has been, am I going to scratch the inside of my glasses lenses with these eyelashes, right? Are my glasses going to be in the way? And so I actually had Angela sent me some pictures. It's been a while, of one of the other gals who has glasses with them on, so I could see like how did they look with the glasses on. And then I also got to ask questions like, do these like bother you? Do they get in the way of the glasses and things like that? And these are just the little things that those of us who are glasses wearers have to worry about when it comes to eye makeup and things like that. But these don't get in the way. Everybody I've talked to who's tried these lashes, who wears glasses, says you can't even tell. Like, they don't get in the way. They don't mess with my glasses. They don't look weird behind the glasses or anything like that. And so I'm really excited to try them. I need to try them like sooner rather than later, but we'll get there.
Yeah. I know once I tried them, I was obsessed, and I'm like, I never want to have my face without them because I love them so much. But I'm like, I put like a tiny bit of makeup on today, like, but barely. And most of the time I don't, because I feel like I'm already made up just with my lashes alone. And I can literally roll out of bed like that. I mean, there's times I'm taking my son to bed, literally roll out of bed, hair up in a hoodie, but I have lashes on and I don't feel like I'm looking so like crazy going to the school, like, not really dressed, because I still feel it's an amazing confidence booster. I mean, all the ladies have said the same thing, which is really cool.
It's been phenomenal watching everyone's confidence get boosted as a whole. Like, it's so beautiful to watch everyone's shining in their own way. Like it just like helps everyone feel good about themselves. And then I have goosebumps. Like it's really been really
it trickles into everything. It seems so silly, but it really trickles into everything in your life. When you have that confidence and it falls into every piece of your life. I mean, the way that you carry yourself, the way that your demeanor is, the way that your outlook is on things. I mean, it carries over into other aspects of your life, something so small that you do for yourself that, yeah.
Well, and that's kind of like I tell the kids, so my kids are homeschooled this year, and I think they're starting to understand, but I'm like, go get dressed. Well, where are we going? Well, we're not going anywhere, but go get dressed. You're not going to spend the whole day in your pajamas because you have the mindset of, right? It's no different than if you put on the lashes, you're like, okay, we can do the things. We got this.
Totally.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I mean, working from home and stuff and stay-at-home mom, like I totally getting ready for the day, get you going. But yeah, it's definitely could start your day that way, putting yourself together and to some degree, you don't have to be all made up, but it's just something small that it gets your mindset in the right mode.
Right. And speaking of taking care of yourself and mindset, we would like to talk a bit about hydration today.
Yes. So hydration in general is important. And I found this cool article, and it says drinking enough water each day is crucial for many reasons: to regulate your body temperature, keep joints lubricated, prevent infections, deliver nutrients to cells, keep organs functioning properly. Being well hydrated also improves sleep quality, cognition, and mood. I was like, dude, just from drinking water. Like we talk about it a lot, and we bring up water and hydration a lot, but we don't talk about why it's important. So I thought that was a really, really cool article. I mean, like all the way to your quality of sleep. Like who knew? Like,
yeah, it affects so much.
And I don't know about you guys, but I could tell when I am getting dehydrated. And as a kid, I would get dehydrated really easily, and I still do. And I have to make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. And by plenty of water for me, that is about a gallon. It's about a gallon a day, which honestly is, I mean, it's a lot of water, and it's can be difficult because my bladder isn't the same as it used to be before I had kids. Okay. So in order to stay hydrated, I also have to make sure that when I feel that urge, I go right away. Otherwise I'll sneeze and then need a shower. But like it's a thing. Right?
It's a thing.
So you having that careful balance between hydration and being able to continue on with the rest of your day as per usual. Like there takes some planning around that. So just be mindful of that, but absolutely get your hydration on the best.
I don't feel like hydration happens by accident.
No.
Like we don't accidentally become well hydrated. Like we have to be purposeful and making a point of that. And this next week, Angela and I are doing a hydration challenge. We would love for people to come and join us. It's free. I mean, water's free, right? And then also when you're drinking more fluids, you need to make sure that you're also taking in electrolytes. But that's just like a level of your hydration, right? So, because if you're drinking a gallon of water, say if you drink, okay, let me back up. If you drink like the 8 glasses of water, right, you're probably not flushing out your bodies and your cells enough that you need to worry about depleting your electrolytes in your body, right? But if you are going to the point that you're paying attention enough that you're drinking more than that, and you're not just kind of hanging in there, you're actually wanting to improve some of these things that hydration can help you with, right? If you're looking to regulate your body temperature, keep your joints lubricated, you're looking to prevent infections. That's a big one for me personally, right? I'm all about not being in an infection life anymore. If you're wanting the water to do these things for you, then you want to level that up and pay attention to what you're taking in, right?
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know that Angela and Heather have some really great products to help with hydration and glowing from the inside out, and all the contact information. You can contact them directly, is in the description. And also the links have been posted in the comments, so you can find them and connect with them and be well hydrated, be well taken care of, get your lashes on, right? And boost that confidence. And I'll tell you what, hydration, being well hydrated, makes you feel so much better. It is a confidence booster in itself.
You know, we always tease at our house because I went through a spell a year ago when I was sick and I wasn't drinking enough water, and my husband and my daughter both were like, I must have had 1,700 cups around me, like, drink this, drink that, drink this, right? And then it started into this whole what color is your pee, right? So then once it's so funny because when the kids don't feel good, they're like, Mom, my pee was pretty bright, or my pee was pretty, but I mean, in all reality, that is a pretty good indicator on how well you're hydrated. So a little TMI in the household, but you can learn a lot from it, right?
Yeah.
Water's so important.
And not being afraid to have those conversations, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the color of our pee. Let's talk about how often we're doing those things. If we're not having those conversations with our kids in our household, then it won't be normal for them to pay attention to those things when they grow up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. It's that whole leading by example thing too, right? If you're not drinking water and your kids aren't seeing you drink water, then they're not going to want to drink water either. So, and then,
Also, I think when we're showing up in our business life, I am not ready to sit down and do my work unless I have my hot beverage, my cold beverage, and probably my water bottle. I'm making sure that I have all of the things before I sit down and ready to work, right? Because that's I don't need this to be my distraction. This is my empowerment. This isn't my distraction. My drinks, they're helping me. I don't
need your fuel to keep going.
Well, especially when it has the brain nootropics in it, right?
Absolutely.
Right. I need that, right? So if I don't set myself up for success, though, then I don't have it right there, right? So
one of the things I always do is I tend to drink more water if it's through a container with a straw, right?
Yes.
Same here.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
I don't want to drink water if it's just in a cup and I have to tip it. I don't know why, but I have to have a straw when I drink my water. And so I usually have water nearby, right, with a straw. I bring a water bottle with me in the car, right? That's what I drink in the car. Sometimes I'll pick up a cup of coffee, but most of the time I have a full bottle of water in the car. It comes inside and gets washed and refilled every few days or whatever. I honestly haven't been going anywhere very often lately because of being sick and things like that. But 90% of the time, I have a water bottle with me wherever I go.
I have a couple of thoughts on this too. First, I had trouble when I started to increase my water and I was trying to drink a gallon of water through a straw. So my poor jaw and teeth, and we know that I have trouble already with my voice being heard. that doing that like made my whole like mouth and jaw get sore. So I am of the verse like I want to get this water drink now. So I'm like open the gullet and I down the half like I'm playing a drinking game with myself. Like it's gone. Like, let's get this over with so I can have something I want to drink.
Mhm.
Heather's in the kitchen with a funnel and a tube, and she's upside down. And her kids are yelling, "Chug!"
Oh goodness.
You guys are too funny. Okay, so staying hydrated is super, super important, and you can always add that to part of your daily practice. And speaking of daily practice, we're going to move into our meditation for today. We are on day 23 of Meditations from the Mat by Rolf Gates and Katrina Kensington. So if you're driving, please either pull over somewhere safe or keep your eyes open and on the road. If you are seated at home, both feet on the floor, or if you like to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor cross-legged. You can sit on the couch cross-legged, however you're comfortable, but sit up nice and tall and alert. Take a big deep breath in and exhale slow. One more nice big deep breath in and exhale slow. Keep breathing nice and slow while you listen to these words. Day 23. When the practitioner is firmly established in the practice of the truth, his words become so potent that whatever he says comes to realization. Yoga Sutras. The first yama, ahimsa, concerns love, and the second, satya, concerns truth. Satya gives us our first experience of the paradox in yoga. We begin the practice of satya with considerable will and attention as we work hard to speak the truth and to live the truth. Every conversation, every mundane activity invites our scrutiny. Are we being truthful in thought, word, and deed? Over time, though, the successful application of will and attention actually strips us of our need for both. Initially, we experience satya as having to do with concrete events and words. Either we kept a commitment or we did not. Either we spoke truthfully or we did not. Little by little, we notice and then drop our old habits of embellishment, obfuscation, minimization, self-aggrandizement, omission, rationalization, and exaggeration. The process calls on all our powers of self-control. We bring our will to bear on the practice of being truthful in all things. At first, then, satya is practiced from the outside in. Eventually, however, we become fully established in the practice of the truth. So much so that we begin to live satya from the inside out. As the layers of falsehood fall away and intimacy develops within our own truth, ultimately, our truth becomes all there is. Truth becomes our essence and our reality, our deepest desire, and the air that we breathe. Take a couple more nice, slow, deep breaths. Open your eyes. Relax. And let's talk about that minute. Truth. How does truth affect us in our leadership and business?
No one wants to follow a phony, right?
Right.
True.
Right. That authenticity, right? People will pay attention to something that is real, or to someone that is real, or to something that means something to them because it's real for them. And what is my truth is not necessarily your truth. What is true for me is not necessarily true for you. What is true for somebody else might not be true for you. And that's okay. Because your truth is your truth, not anybody else's.
You're valid right where you are and how you're feeling and where you're at. And I think that if we're not being truthful to ourselves, how we're showing up in our business, we could, miss out on things or misdirect our businesses because we're not being real with ourselves. And that's, where we can have the community piece to have someone to bounce those things off of, well, did you do the actual things? Did you message people? Did you do your prospecting pieces? Did you, to actually ask you those questions and to evaluate that? Like, do you have someone that gives you that accountability, or do you do that accountability piece for yourself? Like, are you validating yourself, like where you need to be?
Right. And also pay attention to how you validate yourself. Okay. Be kind to yourself. Self-validation is not beating yourself up because you failed to do the thing that you had planned to do. Validation is being like, hey, I tried really hard here and I just didn't get that far yet. I will try again tomorrow or next time, whatever that.
Because if you're showing up in your truth, you're valid right where you're at. There, it's not looking or seeking the validation from somewhere else. So that gives you that gift of I'm being real with myself in this moment. This is where I'm at, and using that truth to propel you and not hinder you. Like it's a stepping ground to meet yourself where you're at.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so that's today's meditation. Our sutra topic this week is Pramana, or correct evaluation, right? So it's looking at things from a perspective of truth. Are you seeing things for what they really are? And what does that look like to you? Because it might not look the same to somebody else.
And it's okay for it to look different to you than someone else, because you are the only person that's been there for you every single day of every single step of everything that you've gone through. Absolutely. And you will continue to be the only person that can be there with you all the way through these. I feel very fortunate that these ladies that I have in this group, that I have them to talk to about things, right? And get realigned and find those things, but I still have to do the work myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And part of our own personal growth for all of us, I know for you three, Amanda, Heather, and Angela, part of the personal growth journey has been exactly that, right? That is a really important part of that growth journey, is to really look at yourself and see things for what they are, and that self-worth, right?
Well, and to have people to tell you, like Heather had to tell me the other day, I had mentioned this before. I was like, well, this and that happened. She's like, is that really what happened? I'm like, well, yeah, Heather, that's what I said. It wasn't like that when I said it, right? But, I'm exaggerating to make a point here. And she's like, well, but what if, it was actually not that, and it was the complete opposite? I'm like, shit. I think she's right. So to have people, to have a circle or whatever shape you want it to be, I guess, to just have people that can be real with you also. And I think that if you show up and you're honest and you're true and you're authentic and you have integrity, you're going to attract people that have those same values that can help you, level yourself up from there even, opposed to hanging out with people that are doom and gloom and hate their world.
You
Right.
you are who you choose to hang out with, and associate with. That is a reflection of you, of who you are around and choose to have in your life. If you're always around negative, you're easily going to be just like them and complaining and about everything. Everything's bad and everything's negative. But if you're around people that always are looking at things in a more open-minded way and more positive and empowering to say, hey, you got this, and an encouraging way, it changes your mindset and it changes the way that you carry yourself and face life and challenges. I know that I face challenges much different than I used to in these last couple of years, surrounding myself with people that are successful and who are doing well in life and who have, done the hard things that other people don't want to do. Say, if I want better, I want more, then I have to do more. So suck it up. You know what I mean?
Like, tell our middle school and high school selves that, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go back in time and tell our younger selves what's up.
If I could even
That's
tell myself in my 20s to do better, but we learned from it. We had to go through those things to be where we are now. Every part of our life is a journey. Like I'm one that I honestly can always say that I don't have regrets in life. I've been through some shitty things. I've had things that were totally not what I wanted to happen, but I don't regret it because I wouldn't be where I am now if it didn't happen to me. And I didn't go through what I did. So it makes who you are.
On that mindset piece, I was 'cause being sick, right? I've been playing a lot of phone games and there's ads that pop up, right? And I noticed that the ads even are the ad repeatedly was like black. I was like, well, why am I having anxiety? I'm literally playing a game and it's like literally like okay, I prefer to play like cleanup games. So those are the merge matching where it gets really messy and then you make it all clean and pretty. I get all excited when it's at the pretty stage. But like there's nothing in that is like, it's not like a jump scare game or anything. There's nothing like that in that game that should be giving me anxiety, right? So I was looking at what am I exposing myself to, and I realized that the commercials that are fear-based. You're missing out, there's not enough, I was like, this is the opposite of the mindset that I want to be having. Right? I was like,
because it does go back to even the shows you watch or the movies or the things you read or listen to, all of it all has an influence on us. I mean, we are our own people and we have to think for ourselves, but it's very easily to get influenced by those things around you because it's what you become, what you surround yourself with.
So if you're listening to the news when you don't even realize you're awake yet, you've already put yourself into a negative mindset, right? So we don't listen to news at 3:00 in the morning, Amanda.
Right. So when your alarm clock goes off, make sure it's not telling you the news, right? Because some alarm clocks have that setting where it gives you like the top 5 news stories of the day or whatever. Just turn that off, right? Okay. And that leads us to the quote of the week. Heather, you want to read the quote of the week?
Yes. Our quote this week. I'm going to have to look at my book. It was last week's.
Yeah, Pramana.
I'm like, ooh. I lost it on my screen. So instead of looking, I'm just the book's right here in my hand. Okay. Lead me from untruth to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. Sir Guru Strom. Yeah.
Stratum.
Stratum, thank you.
OTRAM. We have a couple upcoming events this week. There's the Empowered Women Networking Group meeting tonight at 6 p.m. at Mirkwood, downtown Arlington. If you are local and would like to go hang out with some pretty awesome business ladies, that's where they will be. We unfortunately are sitting out this time because we want to keep our germs to ourselves.
We want to stop the germ back here.
Right? Stop the germ back here. So, and then one thing we would like you guys to do as listeners is to download our podcast. And we found out on Facebook, if you are on the computer, you won't even see it, right? You won't even see the download if you're actually on your desktop computer or your laptop. So, but it will show up on your phone. So yesterday's podcast audio posted. So you can go to yesterday's podcast to download. This one will be posted a little bit later today. And you click the little 3 dots at the top of the post. And then from there, you can save it to a playlist, or you can just save it for later. And then you can go into your saved files to listen to it. But that is a great way for you to access and download the podcast right from Facebook and listen to it without the video while you're, driving around or doing your household chores or whatever that looks like for you, whatever time is best for you.
And Facebook as a whole, and they like it when your content gets saved or shared. So by doing that, you're actually helping us boost our algorithm and get seen more. So we really appreciate that. We appreciate your engagement. So go ahead and save that, share it with a friend and save it. That's a great thing to do. Thank you so much.
And then our cause for the quarter this quarter is now networking. If you would like to help local women support other women and follow them through high school, through college, and into career fields, that is a great, great way to do that, because they wrap their arms around young women who face adversity and mentor them and support them throughout this transition, and help them complete high school, into college, and off to a career path, or even some kind of training that they want in lieu of college, right? There's all kinds of things that women can do with their lives. And so just loving and supporting the women along the way is what Now Networking does. All of their information are in our comments below. Please check that out, connect with them, make some donations. And we're going to wrap up the end of the quarter on March 31st. They're having a gala locally in Marysville that you can also be a part of, in person. Wave your little bidding flags, bid on some stuff, make some donations, and have a great time.
Thank you, Angela, so much for joining us today.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
It was nice meeting you, Angela. I saw you on the podcast. I mean, I knew who you were. You just didn't know who I was yet.
That's so special.
Right.
And we also want to thank our listeners. We are looking forward to continuing to connect and build more relationships with more community leaders. So thank you, listeners.
You are our community leaders, and and you are a woman in leadership, and we look forward to you joining us at our table. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay.